Good afternoon, scholars, and welcome back to the Restricted Collection, a podcast about tabletop games. I'm your host, the head librarian Chad, and today we are continuing the 19th campaign play along, question mark, 19th, which is with Silas Marsh versus the Drowned City. And we're about to play the Western Wall. So, the unsteady foundations of the ancient city shudder as Riley continues to rise. Collapsing layers of crumbling masonry and exposed hallways form a treacherous path up to the surface. In order to safely ascend, you'll need to climb the sheer face of the ancient wall by moving from pocket to pocket of trapped air. Knowing the dangers of pressure sickness, you can't simply float to the top. If you're careful, you may just be able to reach the surface alive. Gasp. I took the title tablet because the title tablet's great. And yeah, just a whole bunch of fun there. So I got myself an upgraded the one that gives you wild icons for having fewer cards in hand. That's what I got. So in fact, now that I think of it, those are 3 XP, not 2 XP. So actually, one of them should be taken out of my deck because I did not have the XP for it. I thought I did the math wrong in my head. So, Last Chance is the card. So I'll take one out and put back in a Hidden Shelter. Okay. And then... Great. Western Wall. Skulls are minus X. X is my location's level. I'm currently on level 1. I need to make it to level 5. Cultists, there are none. Tablets, minus 3. If you fail, increase the flood level of your location. Elder Things, minus 3, minus 5 instead if your location is fully flooded. Agenda 1A, Flooded Paths. You can navigate a path through the crumbling ruins via small pockets of air. Each location is connected to each location in the row above and below it. There's only one agenda, which is 13 Doom, and if I don't breathe oxygen, I die. That is the summary of the forced effect. Act 1A, Ascend the Wall. It is a steep climb up the crumbling wall, but if you step carefully, you should reach the surface in one piece. Fast, spend 1 per investigator clues as a group to decrease your location's flood level. Objective, make your way to the surface. If each surviving investigator is at the Western Wall, advance. And it is an optional objective according to errata. Great. Love it when it's optional. Okay, I begin at the bottom, which is level 1, the Obsidian Foundations. Fully flooded, might I add, to begin with. 1 Shroud, X Shroud, the location's level 1, but 1 Shroud, 2 per investigator clues. Action test intellect 3. If you succeed, draw the set aside. Seafloor Freeze Treachery. So ideally, I should be able to get 1 clue in my opening hand. That'd be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards to start. One of them is a weakness. Go figure, it's a lot of skill cards. I've got Look What I Found, actually not bad to start. On the Brink, level 2, Do or Die, Rough, Last Chance. I'm going to ditch everything but Look What I Found, which gets me a Longbow, a Do or Die, my Net, and a Manual Dexterity. That's fine. So, action the first. Investigate at 1 up in the hopes that I fail. I mean, if I fail, great. If I succeed, great. I'm fine either way. Just shuffle my deck. Investigate, 1 up. -1. Got a clue. I spend the clue, unflood my location. That's what I needed. So everything else is icing. Let's spend 4 resources and get Ruby out. And I've got an air pocket, and here's the best part about all of this is I can bring that air pocket with me because I have the title tablet. So Just kind of nice. But I just need to make it up. So real quick, all of the treacherous paths, which are all the locations above me, have the text, "You cannot enter a treacherous path if there are clues on your location. The path is both perilous and breathtaking in equal measure. A brilliant green glow emanates from below, illuminating schools of fish and deep sea creatures." So I do need to get all the clues off of my location before I can go up. And each location, as I said, is connected to each location in the rows above and below it, but not to the other locations in its row. Automatic failure for the other clue. And that's all my actions. A resource and a card. Hunter's Instinct. Not sad to see you. 1 doom. Forgot to reset my dials. And I found a deep one matron. So 6 health, 3 fight, 3 evade, humanoid monster, deep one hunter, spawns at any revealed location. There's only one. Forced, when it enters play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a deep one enemy and spawn it at this location. Well, not what I wanted right now. What deep one enemies do I have available to me? I've got a deep one thrall, 2 health, 3 fight, 3 evade. And I've got an elder deep one, which is 4 health, 3 fight, 3. I'm going to take the thrall. Forced, after the deep one thrall engages you, discard 1 card at random from your hand. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. They're all face down. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look what I found. Well, fine. Problem is, I'm going to have to deal with all of you. You deal horror as well, which is not my preferred damage, if I do say so myself. All right, let's commit manual dexterity to evade the deep one thrall. -1. I didn't need it, so I'll take it back and commit it to the deep one matron evasion. Automatic failure. Dear criminy. I don't have the money to put down longbow. I don't have... geez, I'm not in a great place. Evade the deep one matron. I can't leave. There's a clue here. Tablet -3. If you fail, increase the flood level of your location. I did fail, and so we increased the flood level. This is really bad all of a sudden. This was like, oh yeah, it's fine. You've got a pocket of air to screw you. Okay, thanks. Love it. Resource and a card. After I take a horror onto Ruby, I got a sea change harpoon. That's great. It's the fact that I can't breathe is the problem. 2 doom. Deep dreaming migration. If there are no enemies in play, gains surge. Otherwise, I'm gonna probably take a horror because the nearest enemy moves to my location makes immediate attack. -4. Yeah, I'll take another horror. I'll take that one onto myself. Okay, so I need to evade both of you and get a clue. That is what I need to do right now. So we'll commit do or die to be 3 up on the deep one thrall. +1. I will take the do or die back. You're still evaded. I'm going to commit the do or die against the deep one matron. I'm 3 up. -2. Deep one do or die gets me the look what I found. Look what I found will be committed to this to put me at 3 up. +1. Great. I got the clue. I unflood my location 1 level so I don't die, and I am going to fast leave. I mean, I can fast Tidal Tunnel now. Maybe I fast Tidal Tunnel. Yeah, let's fast Tidal Tunnel. So we'll increase the shroud, the flood of my location to move up a level. And then that'll decrease the bubble as it goes up. This will leave the deep one thrall behind. The matron will follow me, but that's fine. And I'm just going to ignore the seafloor freeze because I just Don't want to go down there and deal with that right now. Maybe later I'll deal with it, but not right now. X is the locations. So the shroud is X. X is the location's level. So 2. It has 1 per investigator clues. And then after you enter this, test will X. If you fail, increase this location's flood level. If this location's flood level cannot increase, choose and discard an ally asset you control. I'm even. Tablet -3. If you fail, increase the flood level. Cool. So I'm going to increase the flood level from the location, and then I cannot increase the flood level from the western wall. This is supposed to be not so bad, but it is bad. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I can just keep this air bubble with me. No, everything's just going to increase my flood. Resource and a card. Rough. Yes, this is rough. Thank you for noticing. 3 of 13 doom. Elder Deep One. Not what I wanted right now. 4 health, 3 fight, 4 evade. Each Deep One enemy gains Relentless. Forced after it engages you, heal 1 damage from each other Deep One enemy in play. Fine, I don't care. Let's commit the net to this to be 3 up. -2. That's a success. You're evaded. I need this clue. How am I getting this clue? I'm even. I'll commit Sea Change, Harpoon, and Rough. I don't have much choice. Tablet -3. I failed. I'll take Rough back. We'll commit it again because I need to breathe. I'm 1 up. Automatic failure. Okay. Thanks, game. Like, I just... Okay. If I end my turn at a fully flooded location, I struggle for air, I take 5 direct damage. Bam. Deep One Matron will move up and engage me. And deal me a horror. Bam. Okay. Okay. There's just nothing I can do. I can't go anywhere. My entire deck's built around movement, and I can't go anywhere. True Awakening. I would love to play it if I get the chance to. For Doom. We draw Undersea Hunts. Test Agility 3. Gets +2 location of my... Yes, it is fully flooded. Thank you for noticing. 5... -X. X of my location. So I failed. I take a damage. Put it on Ruby. And increase the flood level of the nearest eligible location. But of course... Like, I'm sorry if I'm bitter, but it's just like, this already went from like, oh yeah, screw you, to like, super screw you. Let's evade. I'm going to evade the matron. Done. That was a 0. Let's evade the Deep One. I'm never going to play this Hunter's Instinct at this rate, so might as well commit it to not die. Tablet -3. I was at 6. His difficulty is 4. I failed. Screw it. I'll take the attack of opportunity to play True Awakening to discover this and heal a damage, so I net take 1 damage. But then I'm going to take 2 damage during the enemy phase. Better than dying, I guess. And then I will fast myself up in the hopes that this next location will be slightly less murderful. Treacherous Path, Shallow Den. Currently, it's only partially... You know what? We're going to go to the... We're going to fully unflood one of these locations instead of going to the other one. Doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. go to the eroded shelf. X Shroud, where X is 3. 1 per investigator clues. After you enter this location, test agility X. If I fail, take a damage and increase this location's flood level. I'm 2 up. -4, of course. But of course. But of course. But of course. Increase the flood. Ruby's dead. Because it doesn't matter. I'm taking 2 damage. It is Doom 4. And I am already at 9 damage. Dear goodness. I have 1 card in hand, nothing on my board. It's like, okay. Like, I can't succeed any important checks. Resource and a card. On the brink. Great. Don't care. I'm so dead. 5 Doom. Deep One Ambush. After a Deep One enemy engages me, it attacks me. Okay. Commit on the brink to be 3 up. -1. You're evaded. I can't stay here. Because if I stay here and he engages me, I die. I'm going to take on the brink back. I didn't need that. So I will commit on the brink to get a clue here. That puts me at 1 up. Automatic failure. Okay. I have 1 regular action left. If I stay here, I die. Like, that is just a fact. So I have to leave. Let's use Tidal Tunnel to increase this location and go back down to level 2 where the Deep One Matron engages me. After it engages me, it hits me, putting me at 3 of 5 horror, and then I will try to evade you. I am only 1 up to evade. Elder Sign. Sure, it's a little late, but thanks. Take the manual dexterity. And that gets me glassing. And then I'm going to Hermes on up to the other treacherous path, because why not? After it's revealed, put the set-aside Coral Star Spawn enemy at this location. Do you deal damage? Yeah, you do. Of course you do. And I'm dead. Just... thanks. Like, Arkham's gonna Arkham, but like... But Chad, you should have taken the diving suit. I don't really feel like that would have changed that much. Like, yeah, it would have prevented the 5 direct horror, but this just came at me. So, great. Defeated, physical trauma. With the rest of the expedition's help, you limp to your destination, taking refuge in intermittent pockets of air in the crumbling ruins. Nightmare shapes flit and fro in the darkness beyond the wall. The creatures that live in and around Riley's foundation are warped and strange. You have a feeling that you will be seeing them again soon in your own nightmares. Did I mark progress? No, because I didn't get anywhere. And I don't have any... Yeah, that was just... I know I always say this whenever it's something like this, where it's just like, I don't care if I lose, as long as I felt like I got to play. This was not playing. This was me just dying. Like, turn 1 was great. And then every other turn subsequent to that was just like, oh yeah, let's just turn those screws tighter. You don't need cards. You don't need to succeed tests. You don't need to move. You're just stuck here taking whatever we deal at you. And that's not fun. But I did it. I made it out. Technically. At least it's physical trauma, not mental trauma, I guess. Like, again, if if it was like halfway up and then the game was like, yeah, now we're going to start really hating on you. Great. That's its own thing. But just like, it just didn't care. I didn't even get a chance. Nothing I did worked. It didn't feel fun. Sepulchre of the Sleeper. The expedition's reunion on the beach is decidedly dour, underscored by the rolling fog. One of the crew members you left behind to tend the boat is dead. According to the others, she was murdered when the remaining rations were stolen by the starving pilgrims. Thankfully, the Cassandra is intact. You have barely enough food remaining to make it to the mainland. Andy and Ruby discuss their findings as the rest of the expedition bandage wounds and begin loading the Cassandra for the voyage home. Once the ship is loaded, you join Andy and Ruby on the shore. We got at least one artifact, and we translated at least 10 glyphs. Just how much of this ugly chicken scratch did you decode? Ruby asks. Andy is hunched over the obsidian slate, making notes in a leather-bound notebook. In the evening light, the glyphs on the slate glow like pale fire. Andy leafs through several waterlogged pages and places a bloody slip of paper on the stone. Enough to decode this. I found it on the body of one of the pilgrims. It roughly translates to this. He hastily scribbles the translation on a fresh page and hands it to you. It reads, "That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die." Interlude 3, The Awakening. A violent tremor knocks you prone as you clamber to your feet. Ruby suppresses a gasp. A heavy shadow appears, veiled in the sepulchral darkness within the gates. A steady pulse, like a heartbeat, ripples through the city's nightmarish landscape. The ancient monstrosity drags himself onto its belly through the gate. The gargantuan beast sways unsteadily. He is easily the size of a small mountain, with sickly green skin, an octopoid head and face, and a set of limp, tattered wings. Your vision doubles as you look at him, as if the creature were both here and elsewhere, both metaphysical and physical. The stench of his ancient rotten flesh is almost enough to make you retch. The thing's red eyes glow as he gazes down on you. A steady, incessant weight presses down on your shoulders, forcing you to kneel. You hear yourself speaking, a voice not quite your own. Check the campaign log if there's at least one artifact. "Look away," shouts Ruby. You turn to see your companions also kneeling before the awful, dead, dreaming god. A warmth spreads through your body as he delves deep into your mind, your memories. The warm feeling gives way to something cold, hateful. Looking up, you see him staring back at you, his fifth eye open. You feel his rage. You have taken part of his domain. You must perish. Remove all cultist tablets and elder things, then add 2 of each. Sure. Struggling against the Ancient One's terrible will, you rise and head and help the others to their feet. Great Cthulhu grasps at you with sinewy tentacles as you flee to the water's edge and paddle furiously towards the Cassandra. Once aboard, the ship threads a narrow strait through a gauntlet of risen spires and deadly shoals to reach the open ocean. An ear-splitting roar echoes across the water. You turn back to see the colossal abomination slip greasily into the black water and out of view. You stare down into the fathomless deep, waiting to see 5 angry red eyes emerge to capsize the ship. The nightmarish skyline of Riley glimmers with pale green fire as it fades into the distance. A minute passes, then 10, then 30. There is no movement, no stirring in the depths. The abomination may have lost interest or perhaps gotten tangled in the shoals, or at least so you hope. Return to Arkham. Since there's at least one artifact, your sleep on the voyage home is fraught with nightmares. Upon returning to Arkham, you and the others bring the expedition's finding back to an elated Tillinghast. As you relay the events of the expedition to the collector, he turns each piece in hand, marveling at the ancient technology. "You've done all I've asked and more," he grins. "Consider your debts annulled, and of course I'm more than happy to honor our original agreement." For each progress you have marked on your task, you and only you gain 1 experience. Each investigator resolves his or her corresponding task. If there are 5 or more progress marked under your task, you walk through Southside reflecting on Randall's last words to you. Your debt was forgiven, but there's still the matter of your ruined board to settle. "Just a few more months and we'll finally settle up," he cooed. You thanked him. It's an entirely reasonable request. After all, he's the only reason you're not living in the streets. Walking past Ma's boarding house, you catch the scent of home-cooked meal, fresh-baked bread, green beans, and sliced ham. Your stomach rumbles. You feel an odd yearning, something more than hunger. Just a little more work, and Tillinghast will help you get your feet under you. Someday soon, you'll have a home of your own. Permanently remove no place like home, and then suffer either a physical or mental trauma. Add a cultist to the chaos bag for the remainder of the game. I'll take a physical. Great. I've never done this section before. I've only ever gotten this far in this campaign once, and we did the Sepulchre of the Sleeper. And then every other time I've tried... I've been thinking about campaign rankings a lot recently, and there's like a reason, like you'd think, given the way my criteria, that the Drowned City would rank very highly for me. It's just... replaying it again now is just reinforcing the slog that this campaign is. Fine, my deck's not optimal, but just like every mission feels like a slog. And I just don't always love that. Like, let me experience things. I'm being depressing again. This has been a very depressing campaign play along, so I apologize for that. I hope my frustration is at least understandable. And then we'll play the Doom of Arkham, which I've never played, and I'm sure that will go just as swimmingly. Yeah, on that super chipper note, if anybody wants to get in contact with me about anything, feel free to reach out to me at therestrictedcollection@gmail.com. Otherwise, you can find me around as Head Librarian Chad. Thanks for listening. Dear Scholar, someone pointed out that the treacherous path that the Coral Star Spawn spawns in, he spawns in exhausted and, does not ready during the next upkeep phase. So, I'm not dead yet, technically, and I will go back and revise it as needed in my campaign notes on the app. 5 health, 3 fight, 3 evade, monster star spawn elite, hunter relentless, praise highest will. While it has damage on it, it gains alert and retaliate, and when you reveal an Elder Thing token while fighting or evading it, take a damage. Treacherous Path, 2 Shroud, 1 per Investigator Clues. I have 8 health. I've taken 8 damage of 9 total. I have taken 3 horror of 5 total. I have a longbow, glassing, manual dexterity, and 6 resources. 7 resources on a hunter's instinct as we go to 6 doom. Eye of the Deep. Put into play near threat area. Limit 1 per investigator. Treat each cultist and tablet to reveal as if it were an Elder Thing instead. Okay. I need to leave. I need to leave now. Because this Deep One matron will hunt me. But if I can't take damage, or else I'm dead. I mean, sure, this is probably like 5 minutes of bonus content of me like, oh, I screwed up, I guess I'll continue. But just like, I'm still stuck in this situation that I desperately do not want to be in. Because none of this soaks. None of this soaks. We can title tablet to unflood my location no, my location's fully flooded. I'm going to go down using my Hermes action to engage the Deep One matron because I need her to not make my life terrible. We'll commit a manual dexterity to be 3 up. -1. You're evaded. I draw a card. On the brink. Sweet. Then we'll use the title tablet to flip the floodings so that the treacherous path that I'm at now is unflooded, or it's partially flooded. Great. I need to get a clue. So we'll commit on the brink and glassing to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 to 3. I'm 3 up. -4. If this test fails, return each other card committed to this owner's hand and then draw a card. So I'll take glassing back and then I will draw a card, which is Overpower. So I've taken the real actions of evade and investigate once. I can put the longbow down, but I don't want to fight the star spawn, because if I reveal any bad symbol, pretty much I'm dead because I'll take a damage. And the other things just have too much health to make the bow like wonderfully viable right now. So I'll investigate again, commencing glassing, and I'll be 1 up, -3. Okay. So the matron will wake up. The deep one elder I'm going to have send down. The star spawn will come up, and by up to me I mean he'll wake up. Resource and a card. Timely intervention. I have 8 resources. We move to 7 doom. Lookout. Test will 3. If you fail, put lookout in play in your threat area. The first time you enter a flooded location each round, take a horror. I'm 1 down. I drew a +1. I'll take it. Okay. I'm going to evade the star spawn at... If I have to evade it. I have to evade it. You know what? We're going to commit the longbow and be 3 up. There we go. Now I'm dead. Now I'm dead. I flipped over a tablet. Tablets are treated as elder things. Elder things, while revealed while fighting or evading this guy. I still died. I made it to round 7, but I still died.